Hi, I'm Stephen Schneider. PlanetCall is trying to integrate the youth of the world into the discussion. After all, it affects you because your generation will inherit what my generation leaves you. Some of what we're giving you is a legacy of wealth and infrastructure and knowledge. That's the good stuff. And some of what we're leaving you is a legacy of biotic impoverishment, environmental crisis, and an overwarm planet. I think that youth can be a very powerful ally with those in the power generations who are older now, who really do want to improve the situation for the future, reduce the probability of a crisis associated with climate, and help the world develop sustainably. Youth first have to learn what's it about. This is a very complicated problem. There is no absolute good guy and no absolute bad guy. There are a variety of different positions. People do what they traditionally know. What they traditionally do when it starts to damage has to be changed. Can't be changed overnight. You have to understand that. At the same time, it can't be allowed to continue indefinitely because that's not safe. So finding out how to do it is important. Learning what the science is, what the politics is, and what the fairness is. Because we can only do this problem if we're cost effective, if we're environmentally effective, and if we're fair. But the most important contribution of youth, in my view, is not just simply your partnering with my generation to try to fix the problem, but to give a message to the senior generation that still has the power and the control to do things on what you expect from us. Of course you want us to leave you a world which is better developed in terms of its economy, in terms of the number of people in poverty being diminished, with the plant and animal kingdom largely intact and not destroyed. But at the same time, my generation tends to have a narrow view that in their responsibility to you, if they leave you richer, they've done their due diligence. I don't think that's what many of you want. You want to be left a world that economically is viable, but you want to be left a world that's environmentally safe and intact. You want the diversity of culture and nature to be preserved, not just your bank accounts. So the key role that, in my view, youth can play is to change the attitudes of their elders who still have power by saying, we know you love us, and we know you want to leave us better off, but we don't define better off the way you used to and the way you do, which is just richer. Better off also means a sustainable planet. And that message from youth is very powerful, will be effective on most of the senior generation who now have power and control. And if you work with them, not in a blame way, but working collectively, I think that you can be a very powerful force for good and inherit from us a world that isn't just economically better, but that's environmentally sustainable.